Uh, just the frustration continues. We'll continue to work and continue to search for ways to get a little bit better so we can try and get over the top on these tough games that we're losing right now.
Coach, I think at 10:36, you put Brahma back in after he came out. He went to the back. He came back in. What kind of happened during that sequence? He came out around 12:11 after the three-pointer there by Williams.
He hadn't had a rest for the start of the second half. We were trying to use the media to get him a little bit of a rest. He obviously doesn't like to come out of the game because he wants to continue to fight. And he was a little bit frustrated with his play. So, he just trying to get himself back into a place where he could go in and perform and help his team. And I think he did that down the stretch.
Andy, did you see anything that you liked? I know it's a loss, but again, you commented on frustration, and that seems to be the theme. But again, did you like the way, probably not the way they started, but the way they ended maybe, or at least in the middle?
Yeah, we're battling at times. We really can't battle long enough. Everything's hard for us right now, but they've been resilient. They've come back after all this frustration, and they've continued to fight. And they send the game to overtime, and they give themselves opportunities, they give themselves chances. And there's a lot of other teams out there that I think would just lay down and say, forget it, man. But they keep battling, they keep grinding, and they want to win. And we want them to win because they're playing hard enough too. It's just, again, can you combine the effort with some detail? There's times where we just seem to be a half a step behind on certain things that really hurt us. Whether it's a communication issue, whether it's a positioning issue, whether it's defensive formula breakdown, things that just hurt. We're not supposed to give up ball side corner threes, and we gave up one. Cam Ferris gave up one. Enoch Feller one in the first half. Charles Beaton gave one up that they missed. But that's an example of being able to execute your formula and being able to do your job. I know the Super Bowl is tomorrow. I don't want to sound too patrioty, but do your job. You got to do your job. Guys that go out there and can't do their job enough, and so people get opportunity that maybe they shouldn't get.
Andy, there was a point when you were down by 3 in that overtime. Brahma goes for the shot. He hits it, but he's called for a foul there. Not ask you to critique the referees, but how tough was that when that would have been a 3-point? You're down by 4, excuse me. It would have been a 3-point play potentially. How tough is that for that to go the other way?
Yeah, I can't really say anything about that. I think there was a lot of contact, and I think they probably made the right call.
Yeah, I was just more speaking about how tough is it as a team to have that moment where if he hits the free throw, you are down by 1 to end up being they end up getting the free throws later, and then it ends up the game gets unreachable.
Yeah, like I said, I think they made the right call. So it's that's something we got to be able to handle.
Coach, you talked about the resiliency your team has shown. Not just tonight, but throughout these last couple of games. What is it, do you think, about this team? Is it veteran leadership? Is it talented and strong freshman class that's allowed them to be that resilient?
I think it's, I think we have some competitive guys, and I think that they're frustrated, and I think that they're all they know is trying to play harder, and that's John, that's Dante, that's AJ. I think obviously Traden, played an excellent game tonight, made some really big plays for us. Cam Wilbon had some really good moments for us, but it's we still need more from more. We need more from everybody because we have a very slim margin for error. And if everybody's not locked in and following the formula, it becomes even smaller.
Hey, Coach. How do you guys, after these two tough losses, how do you guys put these two in the rearview mirror and come back against Oakland next week with a strong effort?
Yeah, I don't think it's a rear view mirror type thing. I think it's more of a, can you learn from these games? I mean, we talk a lot that there's two ways to learn, the easy way and the hard way. We've certainly embraced the hard way right now. And I think if you just put everything in the rearview mirror, you don't learn the lessons from these things. And you keep getting taught the same lesson until you can show that you understand it. And we are continually getting taught the same lesson. And hopefully we're building some scar tissue to be able to set the stage for a strong finish, being in all these close games, having some of these breakdowns, and we can get better. We can get stronger in our execution on offense and defense, so that maybe these things are 2 possessions the other way instead of what they are right now.
Coach, building off of that question, just what do you know? What have you seen from Oakland, and what can you expect from them on the offensive and defensive end?
Haven't seen a whole lot yet, so we'll have to get to work on them tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
How tough are these back-to-back games? Are they? Is that something that's wearing on you guys at all?
I wouldn't say that. I would say it's kind of like adjusting to it, not being used to it. But other than that, we're good.
How tough was that? There was that last sequence where Brahma has it down. You're down by 4. He hits the shot, but they end up calling a foul on him. Not critiquing the call, but just how tough was that moment, not getting that, and then they're going back and they score some more points, and then it's pretty out of reach there.
It's just moments like that you can't really like critique what's gonna happen. Like it's I ain't gonna critique the call, but it shouldn't have been called like that. But it's a terrible moment, honestly. It hurts, but we'll be fine.
Traden, career high 16 points tonight. Despite the loss, how did it feel to put up a great effort tonight, even in the loss?
It felt good. It would have been better with the win. We just got to come back with more firepower against Oakland next week.
How tough of a cover was that Quisenberry kid? It seemed like at time he was really tough there, and particularly he hit a lot of his free throws as well.
To me, honestly, not really that difficult. Nothing special about him, honestly.
And then from there, how fun was it to watch the battle between Bohannon and Brahma? They were kind of going back and forth, chirping a little, and just scoring on each other, rebounds. How fun was that to watch?
It's fun to watch, especially when you in the game with them. You can see all the battling on the block and going for loose ball, stuff like that. It's good to see.
Traden, obviously there's been a few tough games in a row now for you guys. What do you think is the most important thing you guys have to improve on, and how's the feeling in the locker room after these losses?
I believe we need to improve on defense more urgent on defense. And the little details, it's the little things with us. We knock out the little things, we'll be in good position. Also in the locker room, I would say guys down, but we keep our eye out because we know we're building. We're gonna be okay.